Right, I just thought I would get on with this journal and show you a bit of the process, especially the beginning bit where I'm doing my tags, because I love that bit anyway. And I saw that was the cover you see me put together, okay, which, you know, of course it's not finished yet, but it's beginnings. And what I've gone with, I've tried to go with the sort of colour palette that's in here, all right, in that already. So what I've done, I've actually picked out things that actually go with this a little bit sort of softer because of the cover. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the front yet, but I just wanted to do like a soft boho, and you know, whether it'll happen, I don't know, but I'm going to try. Okay, so that was my thing on that. And what I've done here, I've just started, so beginnings, and I wanted to show you, you know, like these papers here. People were asking how I get them. Well, I've shown, there'll be a video put in after this little bit that I've just sort of shown you what sort of thing I do to get this effect on different things before I start the journal. You know, I do loads of papers at the same time, just spritz through them and just leave them there, and they sort of come in to play with the projects that I'm doing. So that was one done there. I've got a few more that you'll see in the video, like the envelopes and things, which I might use for something else, but you know, that's how it was. This is what happens. Yeah, a bit there that was splodged over. All right. Okay, so anyway, I thought I would show you that, and then so I will put that little video in, and then after that one I'm going to show you the tags. So this is where I will start now. Right, I thought I'd show you today, it's only a little video on how I start off my envelopes and things that I distress later on. Okay, it's a very simple thing I do. I'm doing a boho one, so it's sort of quite floral at the moment. It's just where I begin getting different things going on in the background before I do anything with them, because sometimes it's quite nice not to just have a plain envelope. And also on my papers, I like things going on. So I tend to use this plastic stuff, like a tablecloth. In the UK, the only place I sort of tend to find this, because living in Cornwall, is at a local market where they sell sort of like household things and that, you know, kitchenware, where I found a rack with a few different designs. And these are brilliant for spray and throw. And I usually get 1/2 metre, and then I'll cut them down to sort of like A4 size, and you could cut them down to 12 by 12 if you wanted. But what I find is when you spray through this way, you only get these holes, you see, all right? But then when the spray is all on the top, which I'll show you, is you actually place it on like this, and then you pick up all that design, which I think is quite nice. Use different sprays. I tend to use quite a watered down one. The Tim Holtz ones, you know, are beautiful. I love them, but please, I water them down, literally, because I find them a little bit too, you know, great for on top of gesso and all that. But when I want just a subtle background colour, then they are too strong. So I just water them down. I get a little different pot, pour a bit in, pour some water in, get the consistency or the depth of colour I want, and I use it that way. So they go a long way doing that. And then other ones is to mix your own. Loads of recipes on Pinterest, you know, like ink pens and things like that. You can soak them in alcohol, rubbing alcohol, which is like so, or water. So you just find out whether the inks are water based as well, because I water down loads of different things. Even these, I think I've watered down that 3 times now. That's a water based one, so just add water to that, just so I get quite a subtle background going on. And then the purple one I used was, I think that was, it's got alcohol in it. It could have been a pen, okay, or something like that, or an ink pad that I soaked in alcohol and then put it in one of these. All right, So I just play around with inks, but honestly there's loads of recipes. I couldn't tell you which one because it was a long time ago when I watched them. Right, so what I'll do this one because I know this one works. The spray. Some of my sprays don't work. Is I do this like that, and you'll see what I mean about the design. All right, you don't pick up much, but it's still okay. So you can imagine that with a tea stain spray would be lovely. All right, but I wanted a bit of colour on this. So, and then because all the colours on the top, okay, just get an envelope and then I'll dab it like a stamp. There we go, like that. And don't mind that, that all adds to it. Okay, it's not going to show on the blue there, but, and then do it that way. Okay, so that adds all different colour. Then I've got these plain postcards that, you know, need something in the background. Yeah, I don't mind it a bit smudged either. I just play, and I don't mind if that colour transfers onto any of my other stuff on the side. Don't mind, because again, this is just a base layer and it gets away from that blank page that we all fear sometimes. I need a bit more on there. No, let's turn that over. So I'll turn these over. And I don't mind, I don't want them straight, I just any old how, because that's what makes it different. And then a bit more on there, just for like that. It's a little bit stronger, but that's what I wanted. I just wanted to play around. Okay, and then maybe a bit on there, like that. Have another envelope. Oh, these envelopes are stuck down, so they'll become like journaling spots. So that's a bit stronger. Okay. Lovely. Wrong way round. Okay. Yes, can look quite messy at the moment, but honestly, that's, you know, people keep asking me, how do you get all those different effects on the backgrounds of your paper? And this is what I do. I usually do it over with my wet area, so that's a bit of tracing paper or something. It's just picked up what's left. Just a bit of colour. That's it. Lovely. I think we're coming to the end of it now. Now that's picked up a bit better that way. I might even put a bit something. I use this as well. Once this has got some really wacky things going on like that side, that can be used. Fun projects. Mad projects. All right, let's have a bit of gold as well. This one I know doesn't work, so I'll shove that there. Let's use that spray. And it's getting rather wet there. This is quite diluted, this one, but put some of that on around as well. See what we get. Might be too wet. No, that's gorgeous. Look, see that's going on. That's lovely. I'll do the other side in a minute because I really like that one. Okay. Yeah, some wacky colours going on there. Let's go over here. that one. So the green. That's great. And I might even go back over on this one. Brilliant for your coffee staining. There we go. First layer. Okay, that's enough of that colour really, because I don't want to go overload on everything. Oh, a minute, I'll just do these bits of paper just to pick up what's left. Beautiful. There we go. All right, so, and there it begins. All right, let's get some tags done then. So the colours I've chosen are peeled paint, but I'm going to put them on a piece of paper because I'm not sure. Hopefully broken china is quite soft, but we can actually tone down inks at any time. I've got milled lavender because I think it's there, so it's that bit there, and I quite like this bit, and I'm not sure about this. I've picked it out, but we can always tone it down with another colour on top, you know, a bit of tea stain or vintage photo. Well, I always tone a colour like this down. So I need to just see on a piece of spare card what it looks like. And can you believe I haven't got one? Ah, yes I have. I've got my other one there from the winter journal I done. So that's that one. Yeah, I mean, yes, it's bright. But if we wanted a, you know, pop of colour, that would be quite nice. Yeah, I like that. I'll show you against what I'm doing in a minute. I'll just put them down. Yeah. And I don't know this colour very well, so... Oh, that's quite dark, isn't it? But I think, you know, time we water them down, it's quite a good tone. That's, could do with a bit of grey in that. So I might look for a grey. That's maybe a bit too blue. I've got the greys. These are the ones I've only got, you know, I haven't got all the colours at all, and I mix them up between distress inks and oxide inks anyway. But that's the ones I've got. I've got ice spruce in the distress oxide, hickory smoke, and then I've got the distress ink in the stormy sky. So let's get the nearest one, I think. Let's see what happens. Oh, none of them. I can see straight away it's not going to be any. I actually quite like this one, and I like that one. But that's definite no-no. It's totally the wrong tone. Yep. So I think it's going to be... Oh, that's hard to get a blue one, isn't it? Unless we water down the blue a lot with grey. We like the purple. The pinky, that was okay. Those two are fine. That one, and I like that one for the green. I quite like that colour. That's going to blend in quite nicely. even with that actually. Yeah, no, that's about right. Yeah, that blends in nice with that colour. So we could leave that one out if we need to use that. Right, so actually didn't know which one that was. So this one, that's that one. So yes for that one. Definite no for that one. Then that was ice spruce, wasn't it? So yes, which I will write down. So I'll cut them out. Cut that one off. I'll group those together. Okay, and that's my sort of colour palette for the tags. Let's have a look. I need to look at it now. Yeah, might need to add a little bit. Now that's drying, might need to add a bit more depth to that, which we can do with grey. Okay, but we'll see. We still might need a bit more depth. So I'm going to go and get another purple or something like that. Right, I've got these two. Have a look at those as well. Yeah, we do definitely need something with a bit of depth in, because that's dried too light. This one's seedless preserve, so it's a bit pink, so not that one. So if we need to add a bit more depth to that colour, yeah, that's good. Even though it's deeper, it's a nice colour tone. Yeah. Yep, there's my colour palette. So we'll see what we can, boho things we can make with those. It's slightly different to last time. That's why I've done this. So there's very strong colours in the last lot I done. So it'd be quite interesting. Yeah, and I've got a pop if I need a little bit of spring boho. Yeah, okay. Right, let's start off with our blank page. And this is like a very cream watercolour paper, and it's not very thick. It's a very cheap one, so most probably I have to be backed at some point. That's the white, and it's come out quite cream, which I thought was fine. I'm going to use that today because the journal's sort of gold and creams and that, so you know, the colours do take on a different effect. They're not so vibrant when you use a creamish, it's like off-white really, background. So we shall see what happens. Okay, and let's begin. I'm going to use, oh, I need my colour palette so I can see what I need. There we go. Start off with the lightest colour, I think. I'm going to use that one, and that one. That's what I'm going to use now. Lightest colour first, which is this one. Let's leave those out of the way for a minute. It's a bit textured, this one as well, but not too much. Let's see what happens. That's one. I'm going to do a couple, so. Okay, right, that's the first layer started, so I'm going to carry on layering them up. All right, so what am I going to use next time? I need a bit of this dusty concord, a bit of depth there, and I said about that is it hickory, ice spruce. Let's put them out the way. Sorry, folks, get sorted here. I get going, and then I'm gonna put a bit of that one in there. Okay, let's have a go with the other colours now. Just see what happens, really. I'm quite liking this one at the moment. That one, I'm not keen on that over here. But like I say, I haven't gessoed this paper. I just wanted to see what happened to it. So, you know, we shall see. But I'm actually quite liking that one. So we shall carry on. So let's have a bit of this just to brighten things up. See what happens. Very bright. Let's fill in some of the areas. On here on it. Just pick up that. Okay, right, let's sort of hickory smoke now. Just a little bit of that. Okay, right, so that's done. Yellow, well, no, I'm not keen on at all, but I'm going to go ahead with it, okay, because I'm not liking the colour palette at all at the moment, but I think I can tone all that down. Well, of course I can. So I'm going to stamp at the moment, the background, just for another bit of a layer, okay, and then I'm going to cut the tags up, okay, and then have a look at them individually. All right, because I quite like the way it's going, but I'm not keen on the colours. But that's because I'm so used to sort of bright, you know, the blues and, you know, all this. And and I just feel it's a little bit, no, I'm not sure. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead. So I've got this stamp here, which is Paisley Design, which is from Do Crafts. Okay, that one, I got it, I think it was about £4.99. It was reduced. So I'm just going to ink up that with Stays On. Okay, and hopefully something will happen soon. Oh dear. I don't really want the edges because I hate it when it goes up unless it's like that. That might be alright. Again, I don't mind it if it's not perfect. So, yep, that's actually quite lovely. Alright, so I'm going to try and match up. But then, you know, once the tags are cut, you don't see it anyway. That's why I quite like it, doing it this size. I usually, I do 12 by 12 as well. But I haven't got a paper pad that big. It was watercolour today. So, right, let's see. Match up somewhere. Okay, I'm just doing it slightly overlapping like that. Work quite well, and then go down there with that one. No, that's good, that's fine. Oh, we're getting, that's now beginning to look a bit more boho. Still don't like the colour palette though. But hey ho, we shall see. Hope you're not all cringing. I've just been talking to Carol from Crafty. I can't say it. Oh, it's really hard to say her name. But I shall have to look it at Emporium, Crafty something Emporium. It's too much of a mouthful for me. Anyway, I will link her YouTube channel below. Oh God, I am in a funny mood today. I think it's these tags and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is going to be awful. And yeah, I've been talking to her and I said, well, I don't know, Carol, this ain't working today. Yeah. If in doubt, get the gesso out. Definitely. Right, okay. Alright, let's get on. Oh, I can see boho now. It's okay. I'm getting there. Right, I'm going to cut all the tags up and then I'll come back to you. Alright. Right, so I've cut the tags up and I've had a look. Yes, the yellow's not too bad, but that'll be toned down with some tea stain and all that. Oh, before I carry on, because you know I had a bit of a laughing fit, sorry. It was Crafty Emporium Designs, all right, and she's called So Carol on YouTube. That's who I was talking to, and I felt so bad because I really couldn't remember her name because I know her as Carol, so that's who she is. Okay, just there. And she's got a lovely pop-up shop and everything, and you know, really, and does some wonderful tutorials. Wonderful. Right, so yes, on with the tags. Oh dear, it's one of them days today. Right, so I've cut some tags out. I'm quite liking the way they're looking. Yeah, I wasn't keen on the colour palette at all, but I'm actually warming to it. It's just something totally different to what I'm used to doing. And I quite like the way they're looking on here. It's, you know, it's definitely working. Yeah. And then I thought I would look inside. Okay. Because, say if I had one on the front cover, I would look, even though, yeah, I like the way that's looking, I would have to add, say, this blue colour. Okay. To that. That's how I feel. Right, so I'm going to leave that one there because I'm going to add a little bit of blue to that. Yeah. just in case I do put it there. And there is a bit of blue going on in the journal, so that would be great. Right, I've used a couple of pages from the Iris kit because I really like the colour palette, but I most probably will cover this with, say, either a picture, boho picture, or a tag or something like that to cover that main iris, even though it's beautiful. All right, because I quite like this, what's going on. So I would do something like that. So I would leave one, that sort of colour, because that's toning in lovely with it. I'd do that, or I could, you know, I've got some odd bits that I could use, make a tag or something there. And then along here, I thought in this one, there's pinks going on. So if I were to use a tag, say like that, I would add a bit of this colour, which the closest colour I got to that was the Victorian Velvet, okay, which I'll show you in a minute, which worked. So I thought that could be added to, say, a tag there. So I'll put that one there. I'm not saying that's where they're going to go, but I just feel in the pink section it needed pink added to it. And again here, but there's some purples. I'm sure there's some purples. So that's, again, you know, if that was there, yeah, it's fine because of this and everything, but I would like to see a bit of pink in that one. So another pink one there. Let's have a look at that one in a minute. No, it's that one. So a bit of pink going on. I thought I had a bit of purple going on. Oh yeah, here. So again, you know, if we added that, that's working really lovely there. But again, a little tiny bit of pink. So I feel that's where our pop of colour is going to be. I quite like the yellow now. It's fine. It's working. Yeah. So I'm going to do those, and definitely that one as well with a bit of blue. I do a bit of blue and pink, or should I just add the pink? Yeah, I think I'd get away with just the pink, you know. Anyway, well, I think I will just add the pink for now, and I think that will work then. Okay. I think I'll be happier with a bit of pink. But it's not until they were cut up, they looked like it was, I think it was the whole design altogether on the A4 page. It was like, I was looking at it and I thought, I don't like those colours. But as soon as they were separated and made into tags, they took on a total different look. It's amazing. Right. So this is Victorian Velvet. Let's give that a squirt. Need a bit more there. Right, let's gonna get a bit more on there. Okay, now a spritz of water, and then I will dry them off because I quite like water droplets on them. And then, right, so they're all nice and dry, and I'm going to use some sari bits and pieces on these today. So I'd like a little shout out to the shops where I tend to buy my sari bits and pieces. It's Beachandsarees UK. She has a Etsy store. Okay, and she's based in the UK, so you know I like to support them. And then you've got Bohodaydreams, which is in the US. I know she's on Facebook, but I'm not sure if she's got an Etsy shop, but I will find out and I will link it below. All right, the same as with Carol's shop as well. I will link her video channel down below so you can see what's happening with her. Because what I thought with the tags today was the last ones I done, the whole design was very, very deep, very prominent and all that. But these ones, I felt as though I want this in the background. I want the sari silk to do the work for me because I didn't have any last time, except a bit of gold or something. So I have some now, and I thought I'd love to incorporate it. All right, these are the few bits I got from Beachandsarees in the UK. Well, I've got more than that, but it's the bits I've chosen out of her package. And these are the ones I've chosen from Bohodaydreams. I haven't done a video on that packet yet, which I must do, but I have done a video on Beachandsarees. Okay, I've just taken bits away. Right, it's not all little tiny bits like that. I should do a proper video, but it's absolute. I mean, it comes beautifully packaged. It doesn't look like this, but I've just been rummaging because I love to rummage. So again, I haven't done a video on this yet, but I thought I would incorporate them in the tags that I'm doing now. And I'm honestly, you will not be disappointed with these bits. Absolutely out of this world. And some unusual colours too, which I love because, she did ask me, she said, what colour theme would you like? And yes, my favourite colour is blue. And I tend to always order blue. And sometimes, you do need other colours. So I said, look, I'll have a few blue. I said, but you do it. You take the pick. I don't mind. And what she chosen for me was brilliant. So absolutely adorable. Really lovely. And she does post to the UK, so which is great again. There's some nice different pieces. And this for texture is absolutely beautiful. All of it. Absolutely amazing. I mean, look at the detail on that. It's nice chiffon-y bits. It is that way. I just won a bed sheet on eBay, with all these little tiny mirrors. But it's white linen. And it's got all these little mirrors over, so I'm hoping it'll dye nicely. Look. I just love it. I mean, you get so much as well. Absolutely. I mean, I love this too. This piece of fabric. It's like it's from a scarf, but it's just lovely. And some pink and gold. And this is always handy. Just for a pop of gold on something. And that's the bit I've used. Oh, I think I cut that up. Did I? Yeah, I think that was on it. Something like that. Oh, I can't remember. I think so. I cut that one down. I just took little bits off of things. But I mean, this would last you forever. Especially with the ones I got off Beachandsarees as well. It's ideal. So, because you only use little bits. So, look at this one. Oh my gosh. It's just absolutely adorable, isn't it? And this, I love it. There's loads more. And some nice blues. Like I say, it was all wrapped beautifully. Stunning. Oh, this is nice too. And there's loads more. I think there's over 40 pieces, I think. Look, autumn. That says screams autumn to me. And that. There we go. Still boho though. Yeah, definitely. Well, go check her out. She's on Facebook, and like I say, I'll link her Facebook page. And if she has a shop, I will link that as well. Okay, it's lovely. Very, very impressed. Oh, I don't want to lose any bits. Right, so let's get on with the tags then. Okay, I want something like that, so I'm going to do them all similar. All right, now I stitch them down, as you know, I like my sewing machine, but I shall glue them first. Quite like that green at the top to match the green there, and I want this little bit frayed here, so when that's stitched I can fray that. And then that was next, wasn't it? That will go over there. I don't want that one frayed, so I'll keep that in. Like that. Oh, this one was next. Sorry, that was over the top, wasn't it? Like that. Fray that one a little bit as well. And this one not frayed. Put that at the top. Put that up real close. I should just get the sewing machine in there. Might come in a bit more. I'll sew around the edge there. That should be fine. Just. Okay. Cut that bit off. Okay, leave that to dry. Alright, then I'm going to stitch all the way around. Alright, going to be able to move, yeah, just about managed to get that stitched on there. And then we've got some dangles coming down. Yeah, so I wanted the sari bit to do the work instead of, I actually feel like I need to come up there a little bit. I could. And put that in there, I think. Just that little bit. Just felt as though I needed to come up there a little bit more for some reason. I don't know why. And then I'll stitch all around there. Okay, well, I put those few together. I've left two plain because of not knowing where they're going to go and things like that. So I thought, well, I can add to them later on because some of my stuff is out, so it's no problem. But I've done, you saw me do that one. Then I haven't put the black thing on yet. One there, which some words and all that can go on as well after, and some maybe some more gems down here. Something down there. Alright. And done one with one of the journaling spots, just cut it down so it fit the tag. And just put some bits of trim on the top there. You know, kept them quite simple. And this one I most probably, you know, might do another tag there, but I actually quite like the way this one's looking, quite like the yellow. So depending on where it goes in the journal to how, you know, things go, but they really blend lovely. I'm quite happy with the way they're looking. It's like here, wasn't it? You know, all of them are blended in. Oh, let's make sure you're in frame. There we go. I'll zoom out a little tiny bit there. Okay, so, you know, that blends lovely with that page there. And it's like here. all those blend nice. Yeah. So they're all blending beautifully. So that's why I've kept 2 plain. All right, so that in case I need to put them somewhere where, you know, and do something different with them, depending on how the journal goes along, really. You know, like there's a bit of blue in these, so I might need a tag to go here. So that goes perfectly. You know, so until I know exactly where they're going, I'm going to leave them blank. Right, so that's that. So that's, I shall come back and do a bit more to the journal and then show you what I'm doing. So it's not, you know, I'm not going to show you everything on this one because I want to get on with it. So I want to do a spring one next or something like that. So I quite fancy doing the bee kit, actually. I quite like that kit. Okay, well, I'll speak to you soon anyway. And I just popped in, say hi and speak to you soon. Bye.